I'm 100 years old, and I have watched men who looked strong collapse before 60, not because of accidents, not because of fate, but because of mornings. What you do in the first hour after waking up quietly trains your heart, day after day, year after year. Most people damage it before breakfast and never realize it. After 40, your heart stops forgiving. It starts remembering. Every rushed start, every spike of stress, every careless habit repeated thousands of times. I wasn't born special. I wasn't an athlete. I wasn't obsessed with health in my youth. But after 40, I began to notice patterns. The men who later said, "It came out of nowhere," had warning signs, and almost all of them started their mornings the same way. The first mistake is waking up into alarm mode. Most people open their eyes and immediately reach for their phone. News, messages, problems waiting. Their brain hasn't adjusted to being awake, and their heart is already racing. Cortisol rises, blood pressure jumps, arteries tighten. It feels normal because everyone does it. But after 40, your nervous system is not the same. Your blood vessels are not as elastic. Your recovery is slower. I had a friend at 58, successful, energetic. He started every morning with emails and headlines. He called it discipline. He said, "I need to stay ahead." His heart rate was elevated before he even stood up. One morning it didn't settle down. He survived, but he never returned to the same strength. Your heart does not like sudden commands. It prefers gradual transitions. I never began my day with noise. For the first 10 minutes, I sat quietly, breathing slowly, letting my body wake up in stages. It sounds simple, but simple repeated for 40 years becomes powerful. The second mistake is coffee before water. After a full night of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated. Your blood is slightly thicker. Your heart has to push harder to circulate it. And what do most people do? They pour caffeine into that system. Caffeine increases heart rate. It tightens certain blood vessels. On a dehydrated body, it adds strain. Not once, not twice, but daily. I knew a man who said he could not function without coffee immediately upon waking. By 62, his blood pressure required medication. He blamed age. Age was not the only factor. I always drank water first, a full glass, slowly, before food, before stimulation. Hydration makes circulation smoother. It reduces resistance. After 40, resistance is what wears the heart down. It is not dramatic. You do not feel damage in the moment. That is why it continues. The third mistake is starting the day with a sugar spike. Sweet cereals, white toast, fruit juice, processed pastries. People call it a normal breakfast. After 40, your metabolism shifts. Insulin sensitivity decreases. Spikes in blood sugar become more damaging to the inner lining of your arteries. Over time, repeated spikes contribute to stiffness and inflammation. I watched men who exercised regularly but fueled their mornings with sugar. They looked fit on the outside, but their blood work told a different story by their mid-60s. Energy crashes, rising triglycerides, increasing blood pressure. The heart prefers stability. It prefers steady fuel. I avoided sugar in the morning, not because I was strict, because I saw what instability did over decades. Protein, simple food, no sudden surges. After 40, drama in your bloodstream accumulates quietly. The fourth mistake is sitting immediately after waking. You get up, you sit at the table, then you sit in the car, then you sit at a desk. Circulation remains sluggish. Blood pools, arteries stay stiff. The heart compensates by working harder. Movement in the morning is not about burning calories. It is about activating circulation. It tells your cardiovascular system that the day has begun gently, not abruptly. I walked every morning, not far, not fast, just consistently. At 70, at 80, even at 90. I noticed something simple. On mornings when I moved early, my breathing felt easier throughout the day. My energy was steadier, my heart rhythm calmer. Sedentary mornings teach the body to operate in low circulation. After 40, low circulation contributes to stiffness and strain. It is subtle. That is why people underestimate it. The fifth mistake is ignoring small morning signals. Morning dizziness, swollen fingers, mild chest tightness that fades, shortness of breath climbing stairs, unusual fatigue before the day has even begun. People dismiss these signs as aging. Normal aging is gradual. Warning signs are specific. The body whispers first. I once knew a man who said he was just not a morning person. He felt pressure in his chest each morning that disappeared by afternoon. He ignored it for years. When he finally saw a doctor, the issue had progressed. After 40, timing matters. Most heart problems do not appear without history. They build silently. Small symptoms are early opportunities. I paid attention to patterns. If something changed, I observed it. I did not panic. I monitored. I adjusted. That awareness protected me more than any supplement. Your heart rarely collapses without sending messages first. The problem is that modern mornings are loud. Noise covers whispers, phones, coffee, sugar, sitting, stress. By the time you notice something serious, it has been developing for years. At 100, I can tell you this clearly. The heart is patient, but it is not limitless. It tolerates your habits for decades. Then one day it stops negotiating. Protecting your heart does not require extreme measures. It requires consistency in small things. Calm wake-ups, hydration, stable food, gentle movement, attention to subtle signals. Longevity is not dramatic. It is repetitive. Your mornings are not neutral. They are cumulative. If you protect the first hour of your day, you reduce strain for the next 20 years. I am 100 not because I avoided every mistake in life, but because I respected small ones before they became large ones. Your heart is working for you right now. The question is whether your mornings are working against it.